floors above the ground, I count it every hour. Now I'm stepping through these doors and I feel the midnight power. Rain is on the pavement and the city starts to blur. I forgot I had a life somewhere between the blur. Monday bleeds to Friday, calendar on repeat. Fluorescent light in conference calls and emails I can't delete. But right now it's just me and all these strangers in this street. And the sound inside my headphones got a different kind of beat. Press play and something shifted like a window cracking wide. All the noise I was carrying, I left it all inside. The glass tower keeps its secrets and I'll keep mine too. But tonight belongs to nobody. Tonight belongs to who? To me, to finally to me. The city gets to see the parts I never let them see. Just headphones in a sidewalk, in the sound between the lights. Glass tower couldn't hold me. I was built for Friday nights. I gave the whole week everything. My mornings in my mind. Now I'm walking like the city owes me back the time. Amber light on water, yeah, the pavement's looking like a stage. And I'm the only actor stepping off this final page. Rain ain't cold no more, it feels like something washing clean. And the bass line in my ear is everything I mean. When I say I'm good, I really mean I'm free tonight. The glass tower in the rear view and I caught the green light. To me, to finally to me. The city gets to see the parts I never let them see. Just headphones and a sidewalk, in the sound between the lights. Glass tower couldn't hold me. I was built for Friday nights. Built for Friday nights. Tonight is mine. Built for Friday nights. The city's mine. Glass tower. Goodbye, goodbye.
Manhattan don't slow down for nobody. So I learned to move in my own speed inside it. Yeah, these hills on wet concrete, percussion in section. 5 years in the city taught me selective protection. I pass 1,000 faces and I give them just enough. And now to have smiled and I'm forward cause I'm built the toughest stuff. The bodegas got the lights on in the corner, smells like rain. And something about Friday cause the signal through the pain. I'm talking real relief, not the surface kind they sell, but the walking through Manhattan with a secret kind. Know it well, this pavement's got a gospel I have learned to hear. The city speaks in amber light and sirens far and near. Every black I cover is a prayer I'm putting down. I belong to this sidewalk. I belong to this town. Yeah, I belong to this town. Yeah, yeah, I came here with a suitcase and a plan inside my chest. The island tested everything and kept withstood the test. Now I move like I'm certain even when I'm not sure, because certainty ain't found, it's a thing that you secure. The taxi cuts across my path, I don't even flinch. 5 years in New York and I don't even budge an inch. The music in my ears is like a second skin tonight, and every step I'm taking feels like reclaiming light. This pavement's got a gospel I have learned to hear. The city speaks in amber light and sirens far and near. Every block I cover is a prayer I'm putting down. I belong to this sidewalk, I belong to this town. I don't need saving, I need motion, yeah. I don't need answers, I need the road. The city keeps its promises in a language that is unspoken, and tonight it's holding up its end, and I'm letting go. This pain has got a gospel I have learned to hear. The city speaks in amber light and sirens far and near. Every block I cover is a prayer I'm putting down. I belong to the sidewalk, I belong to this town. Fluorescent light above me, cold and humming. The bus is 7 minutes coming, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the in-between. Most people hate to wait, but I have learned to be alone, and I call it lonely. I got music in one ear and the city in the other, and somehow in the middle, that's where I find my equilibrium. In the shelter between the rain and where I'm going, in the gap between the leaving and arriving. This is where I breathe, this is where I'm most myself. Not performing, not arriving. Just shelter, just here, just the night and me. Just the night and me. A reflection in the shelter glass I almost don't recognize. The woman I've become since last year's tired eyes. I'm softer now in places that I used to keep on lockdown. I'm stronger in the places that I used to feel the knockdown. The city tried to take me, but I gave it what it asked, and kept the best of everything behind a private mask. Tonight the mask is somewhere in the drawer back at the office, and I'm standing in the open, that present and conscious. In the shelter between the rain and where I'm going, in the gap between the leaving and arriving. This is where I breathe, this is where I'm most myself. Not performing, not arriving. Just shelter, just here, just the night and me. The bus will come and I'll move on, but right now, right here, I'm whole.
When the city goes this quiet, no one else can hear it, but I feel it in my bones. Yeah. Bus moving through the boroughs like a current through a wire. Amber light through window glass looks like a slow burning fire. Yeah. I got bass in both ears and my eyes are barely open. In this in-between space where the best stars go unspoken. music is the only thing that never asks me questions. Doesn't need my time or take inventory of my lessons. Just presses on the pressure points I didn't know were there. And I nod because my body understands before the mind declares. I'm tuned to a frequency you can't locate on a map. It lives somewhere between the bass drop and the gap, between the first note and the feeling that it sends. That's where I reside when the working weekends. Frequency, just let it run through me. Frequency, nothing else is touching me tonight. Strangers on this bus are moving through their private films. Everybody's tired, but everybody somehow still feels. I can see it in the way they hold their phones like lanterns, looking for a light that's gonna answer all the patterns. But I found mine a long time ago inside a speaker. The message got translated to my soul, got deeper. So when I close my eyes on a late night MTA, I'm not escaping anything, I'm arriving finally. Okay. Frequency, just let it run through me. Frequency, nothing else is touching me. At night, body still, city moving, 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 moving. Yeah, this is the peace that passes all understanding. Tonight, tonight. The glass between me and the city makes it look like a painting. Amber dots and yellow lines and neon that's been fainting. A couple kissing underneath the bodega awning. A man with his umbrella still up, though the rain has stopped performing. I watch them like I'm watching something I forgot I'd known. The city has this way of making you feel less alone, even when you're sealed behind a window moving past, even when the moment's here and gone before you've held it last. Amber skyline, you've been mine since I arrived here young, before I knew the cost of dreams or how they weigh a ton. I pressed my face against the window of this city's heart, and something passed between us in the dark that I'm still deciphering tonight. The Brooklyn Bridge floats past like a crown above the water, and I think about the daughter I was coming here with, all her hopes folded inside her carry-on, and her mother's voice still echoing, be careful of the cold. I wasn't careful, I was full of things I hadn't said and songs I hadn't sung, and the city took my rawness and returned it something refined, a little worn, a little richer, more myself in every line. Amber skyline, you've been mine since I arrived here young, before I knew the cost of dreams or how they weigh a ton. I pressed my face against the window of this city's heart, and something passed between us in the dark that I'm still deciphering tonight. New York, you kept your word. New York, you kept your word. You said it wouldn't be easy. You were never wrong. Almost didn't say anything, Kept rehearsing every thinking, but there's something in the way you hold the music, like it's something you've been missing. And I'm not the type to interrupt a woman in her world, but your world left a little opening, and I just took that turn.
I heard the seat beside me ask a question, and I gave it half an answer, because the other half costs more than this bus ride. And I'm not sure you're ready, but there's something in your honesty that doesn't feel like a play. So I slid one headphone off and said, what did you say? I'm not looking for permission, neither am I,
but something here feels different.
Something here feels right. Not a love story, not yet.
Just two people on a late night bus
who said yes
to the possibility
of permission.
She typed a number on the first time, then laughed at her own nervousness, and I filed that away. It's something beautiful when someone drops their guard, because the moment asks them to. You don't push, you simply hold the space open and see if something
real walks through. Not a love story, not yet.
Just two people on a late night bus
who said yes
to the possibility
of permission, 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 permission.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Stepped off at a stop 2 blocks past mine on purpose. The night was doing something and I wanted to surface slowly. Let the city readjust around me. Let the bus pull off and see what Friday sounds like without the commute around me. Bus lights disappear into the red distance, and I notice there's no tension in my body, just existence. This is what they mean when people say they found themselves. It's not a destination, it's 2 extra blocks for yourself.
I took the long way past the brownstones and the bodegas in the after midnight rain. I took the long way because some nights the long way is the only thing that keeps you sane.
And I arrived home
lighter than I left this morning. I took the long way, I took the long way home.
Yeah. Friday put a number in my phone I didn't have before. Don't know what it means yet, that's what Saturdays are for. But right now I'm just walking with the city as my witness to the version of myself that didn't rush through all of this. Porch light on the brownstone catches something in the window, and I see myself reflected. I stop and let it sink in slow. She's tired but she's glowing, she's arrived but she's still moving. That's the only way I know how to be.
I took the long way past the brownstones and the bodegas in the after midnight rain. I took the long way because some nights the long way is the only thing that keeps you sane.
And I arrived home
lighter than I left this morning. I took the long way, I took the long way home. The fastest route is not always the route that heals you. Sometimes the detour is the destination. I think I knew that already. Tonight just reminded me. I walked this street 1,000 times before tonight. but tonight it feels like the first time I've been seen by it. No. Leaves on the pavement, end of autumn talking. Porch lights ahead and the whole night is softening. I remember being 22 and scared of all of this. The city, the ambition, and the loneliness. But I kept my feet moving even when they wanted rest. And all the places that it broke me, that's where I grew best. I'm not the same girl who first pushed through that terminal door. She's inside me still, she's not the headline anymore. Still here, after everything that tried to make me leave. Still here, not despite the struggle, but because of what I believe. The Friday nights like this one come around for a reason, to remind you what you're made of in and out of season. Still standing in the city that I chose and that chose me. Still here, still whole, still free. I put the key into the lock and let the Friday close behind me. Take the headphones off and let the quiet come and find me. And somewhere in the city there's a man who has my number. And somewhere in my future there is rest and there is wonder. But right now, right here the doorstep, one last breath of night. I give the city back the hours and I hold the good ones tight. The skyline doesn't answer, it just holds its shape and glows. And I stand there